What's going on, YouTube? You are on the lifeboat. It's time for Calhoun. That's me. Calhoun's Bob Ross Hour. What is going on, everyone? Good afternoon. Just running a little bit late as usual, I guess, huh? As usual, I guess. No, it's just as usual. Good to see everyone. I last minute had to run and grab these headphones because my neighbor's blasting his music. It's throwing me off my groove. You threw off my groove, So just easily solved with a little headphone action. So we're going to touch up the old painting here. And after talking about the clouds, maybe they can be white. I'm not entirely sure, but I noticed some other things I want to play with, anyways. Like for example, right here on the corner of the green here, we were kind of messing with that the other day, but I think we have a unique opportunity. I can't make it look like this grass because of the way that I did this grass and because of the way I did the corner. So maybe we can make it look like it's fading into the distance, make it like shimmery or darker. That's the background. Like all of this grass is the foreground, and maybe we can just kind of make that fade. So that's something I'm going to try today. And then, honestly, the water can be more watery. Maybe that comes down to me scratching some of the red off with my fingernail so the blue shows through. Maybe that comes down to me coming back like I've talked about with a much darker red to make it look like it's water, right? So I like the latter idea. I like the much darker red, I think. But we'll try a couple things. I can put a thumbnail on a corner or something without doing too much damage. But the blue is coming through in a couple places, right? But now that it's dry, I can't use water to make it come out. So maybe a darker red. But yeah, that's the plan. Jason P, good afternoon. I was about to say morning. Marie Duffy, hello, hello. Mrs. Hydrox, hello. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Had to make a second pot of coffee. Maybe it's all the food I had yesterday, and I'm like kind of in a coma. I just feel slightly out of it, so I figured I'd get a little extra boost today before we came to the to the painting table. Donna Lane, good afternoon. Good to see you. All right, let's start. I'm gonna move my giant French press out of the way. I think we'll start with. I want to think about the green a little bit more, so we'll start with the red. And that being said, I feel like we used. I don't think we used crimson. I feel like we used the carmine. So I'm going to take the carmine and some black and make these very dark. I'm going to attempt to make it real dark, but we'll put a bunch of red down to start. That way, I think we have more leeway because it only takes a little bit of black. I tell you what, just a little bit of black on there, and maybe this is the right brush, huh? He's just playing the loudest music, and you never can enjoy it when it's coming through the wall because like all the frequencies, half the frequencies aren't making it, so you just end up hearing bass and like muffled words. It's terrible. I can't even tell if there's a snare after that kick. It's just kick, mumble, mumble. It's the worst. And I have to say, after living here for a long time and playing with different volumes and being so audio focused as I am, he's got to be playing it pretty friggin' loud for me to be able to hear it. All right, this is the color we've ended up with. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a really dark burgundy. I'm okay with that. And this might be too fat, and it's also a square brush. I'm kind of regretting using this one. Maybe we'll instantly switch before we get started to something that doesn't have square edges because it's hard to make round shapes with a square-edged brush. Something that I've learned. It's not impossible, but if I have something that's not so square, I think I can make it look more amorphous. So we're going to use this little guy instead, which is the idea with water, I think. We'll also keep some water on the brush let's see what we can do here. Wow, I am much steadier than I was the last time we painted. You guys remember that? I was feeling so like off. I think it was just like a food thing. I think I just needed to eat. It's my dad. Hey, you're live on Bob Ross Calhoun Hour. What's going on? Yeah, absolutely. I love you. Quarter after I'm done, right? Okay, cool. All right, we'll see you later. I feel like it was only inevitable that he would do that to me one day because I've done it to him quite a few times. Oh, and speaking of, rise above the flames. All right, what is going on here? We're kind of just putting this color down, um, which wasn't my original intention, but we're just going with the flow here, right? If it feels good, it probably is, at least with painting. And a lot of this is water and not paint. Some of it is definitely paint. I'm going to come back with just water here in a second and see if I can make this a little more organic looking. Ooh, I almost put that in my coffee. Hello, wake up. See how that just kind of smears right out? It's good. So we're doing this right. Rocking a little punk rock playlist today. Thinking of Takara. She's so sweet. Be just fine. Be just fine. Huh. Maybe we need to jack this light up a little so that you guys can see better, huh? I'm not having a ton of effect here, but it doesn't need to be, it needs to be subtle, so that's fine. Be just fine. That was a good move. I like that a lot. We'll have to do like a moonlit reflection at some point as well. I think with our next project, I'm going to do like a community decision on what we do. I've thought long and hard about it, about the pros and cons of such a move, and I think it'll be fun. As is my way, I overanalyze everything, but yeah, I think it'll be fun. If you guys probably have some great ideas of what we could paint. I mean, I'm an endless font of ideas, right? But but we can, you know, we can spread the love. It would be really fun to see what you guys think as far as topics of paint. Not only topics of discussion, but topics of paint. Oh, I love this song, classic. This is working. This is doing what I want. Although where it right here on the bottom here, it looks kind of silly. So I might do something about that. Another thing I've noticed, there was a couple times where I used water a little heavy-handedly, whether it was on purpose or not. And there's like a streak. I don't know if I can find it right this second, but I was just staring at it the other day. I could tell the water had like dripped down like right through the eye, and like I was thinking about it because I was staring at it, and it seemed kind of natural, even though I knew exactly what it was. Right? It didn't seem that terrible. So I might be able to use the water to make the water look like water. Novel concept, huh? Hey, Christy, thank you so much for your support. And she's back. I believed you. I definitely believed you. What's going on, Robin Miners, Katie Much, Caitlin? Hello, hello. Welcome in. At Spanx, concept, a metal album cover for the band you were in at 19. Lol. Okay. We could definitely do that. I wonder. I'll have to think about it. That's a great idea. Possibly ambitious, but definitely something that can be definitely accomplishable. Not certain if that's a real word. It is now. Send him away from your last day. Oh, here's that streak I was talking about. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right through the center of the. Maybe you need a glare to see it, but it's like right through the center of the black pupil. All right, all right, all right, all right. So this is looking more like exactly what I want. Maybe I'll come do what I just did to that, and then we're going to come back with this red before it dries and hit the bottom section as well. Water is our friend when we're acrylic painting. It's not moving at all. I had such a great time with my family yesterday, guys. I tell you what, um, when Auntie Scoville said everyone was going to be there, she literally meant everyone. My cousins came out in from out of state that have moved. Cousin David's going to move home. You guys will probably end up meeting him because we're going to eat hot stuff together, and I can't help but maybe I should do this. I can't help but televise such things, right? We're going to record all of that, so you guys will probably end up meeting my cousin. He's moving back. This is going to be cool. Big things happening and moving around. I have to block it from my eyeballs, is what it is. Okay, I see. The light helps the camera, but not my eyes. My eyes are on a different sensitivity, I think. This isn't moving anymore. Maybe the answer is to give it another coat. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I'm just like following my heart. And it definitely seems it definitely seems to serve. Okay, let's come back with this water after I clean the brush. And maybe a different brush for the watering. I don't know. That might have been too much for the initial coat, but maybe not. Let's see what happens. Oh no! Okay. We'll live. We'll live. It'll just dry by itself now, I imagine. I did get some red in my brown, so maybe I'll touch that up. We'll see how it looks when it dries. Other than that, though, I really do like that effect. Whatever that effect is, it's nice. Let's get some more of it over here, though. We want that to be subtle. We want it to be subtle. And I guess I'll try to explain what I've done here. I've, again, made the slightly darker red. Maybe not slightly, but it's a darker version of the same red, right? And then I came back and I'm just kind of contouring, right? Just kind of like putting in little splotches that look a certain way, I guess. And then I'm coming back with water on the brush to kind of smear that around. And then I'm coming back with more water than I did the first time, right? So like light water on the first time. The second time I'm coming back with a little bit heavier, giving it a slight chance to dry so I get these like watermark kind of looks, which is what I'm going for. This is still darker than I want it to be. And that might be because I just put a bunch down. So maybe we come back with water, right? This part was darker, I think, when we started. Okay, these lily pads are going to get it. And also, the lily pads don't necessarily look right to me. Maybe they need a little extra, like some flowers or something. I probably should have tried the fingernail first because if we want to try it now, we'll have to let it dry. I wonder if we could make that look like something else. I wonder if I'm even having an effect here. It's interesting. This looks way dark too over there, doesn't it? I think this might just require some patience, folks, because it's working just slowly. And there are some problem areas. But the more water I use, the more it all kind of blends together, and I can see the blue, the red, and the dark red all at the same time, which, again, is the goal. Woo! Patience is not my strong suit, not my forte, definitely something I consider a weakness of mine. So, hooray for working on stuff that needs to be worked on, that deserves to be worked on. How about that? A little perspective switch on you. Not sure it's done. Okay, going in for more red. A little bit less water on this pass. Using quite a bit of water here. Maybe that's enough. Looking a lot more realistic. I tell you what. Pull up some photos of lily pads, I think. Well, thanks for saying that, Robin Miners. I tell you what, my grandma used to call it strawberry blonde. Caitlin says, I heard this great concept today. Human mistakes are what make art unique. And if we're not making mistakes, we might not be challenging ourselves enough. 100%. I totally agree. 100% agree with this. Hello, Layla. Layla Bradley, welcome in. Good to see you. Hello there. All right. I wonder. Oh, yeah. Lily pads. Lily pads. Oh, it's a great song, too. Oh, duh. Lilies go on lily pads. Hence the name. Silly me. What a geometrically challenging shape. How about this? Wow. Those are pretty. See, this is what I was thinking. This is totally what I was picturing. Maybe it's as simple as that, right? Let's just put like one solitary lily pad in there to give it, just to make it pop, right? And I like the pink, but I feel like the white is what we go with for this particular lily, right? These are all supposed to be cherry blossoms. But like if we were to put Maybe over here, maybe that's too far over, right? Maybe it needs to be more central because of its importance. I don't know. I don't know, but we're about to find out. We're going to make it happen. I'm going to take that off the screen, but keep it up for me so that I can look at it a couple times. I'm just going to go for it, folks. Although I'm going to let the red dry before we do that. So we're going to move on to that corner of grass that we're going to have fade out. I think I'm going to employ the exact same methodology that we did with the lake just now. Although we might have to redo the darker green, even though it's already there. The awful truth, how do you do it? That didn't do anything. Okay. I wonder if we should reverse it and do a lighter because it's already dark. I'm gonna try it. Gonna try it. We're gonna take this green pail and put some white in it, honestly. But we're gonna only use a tiny little bit because I'm uncertain. Little mint green. Ooh, okay. Here we go. I'm not entirely sure about this, but let's figure it out. Let's mess around and find out, huh? My eyes, cause you kill me. You kill me well. I can tell. Final breath is gone. You're waiting for you. Make it on my own, cause my heart is in Ohio. Cut my wrists and black my eyes. So I can fall asleep tonight or die. You do, you kill me well. I can tell. Final breath is gone. Final breath is gone. This is an interesting experience right now with the reverse, like the lighter color, and then coming back with the water. It is semi doing what I want, but there's too much paint. I think I put too much down. Or maybe it's perfect and I need to work the water a little more. Just kind of sharing my thoughts as I go. It is still surprising me. See that streak? I'm gonna be able to see that forever, and I think that's okay. Final breath is gone. The final breath is gone. You can well, I can tell. Final breath is gone. I have another idea. Let's dry the brush off and come back, pick up some of the water. Okay. Did something. Did something. Maybe we'll apply a little pressure, absorb more, do it again. Painting is so strange. Again, definitely some patience required. Okay, so that's dry now. That's interesting. It's okay. Ooh, that's dry as well. Interesting. I wonder if I'm okay with that. Because I have to be. More water. Okay. It's so wet still. I wonder if we come back with like a paper towel or just a dry brush. I have those. Whoa, what a novel idea. Can't believe I didn't think of that before. I guess it won't stay dry for long though, huh? Wish that wasn't such a defined line. I like that a lot better. I'm gonna do something to that line though. Conflicted here. I'm gonna put some black in this green that we've already made. See what happens. Back to our original brush. It's a gray green, a green gray. What's that? It's like a solid chunk of something. Okay. It's a lot softer, less contrast. Water. Well, it's still wet. It's just not doing what I want it to. Okay, we're gonna let it dry a bit. Oh, that's right. Ah! I feel like an archaeologist dusting off old bones. Dry brush. I thought about sacrificing this flower. I still may, the one in the corner, but it doesn't have to. In fact, that's looking a lot more blended already. Although when I get close, I can tell the difference. When I step back, I can't. I'm going to step farther back. You know what I really don't want to do, but I think I need to? I think I need to do that to the whole ground. But I don't want to. And if I can find any reason not to, I'm going to go ahead and not do that. I'm going to do a poll, and then maybe we'll wrap it up. A little short episode today. I don't want to, like, I'm so happy with so many aspects of this that were so uncertain to begin with. I don't want to, I don't want to screw it up. So I think that we've done wonderful things today. The lake's looking popping, isn't it? I was going to say something else. The lake's looking great. Let's see if we can put the glare down, but also keep enough light to see. Maybe not. Light is just so strong. It's so crazy. Okay. Ooh, what about that? That's not terrible. It's not great either. But yeah, now it's not all one color. It's like shimmery and it's ripply, and so is the grass. A little bit more blending, I think, in this region. Revisit these lily pads. The pictures I'm looking at are great. These are like subpar, so We'll probably put like one solitary flower in there to kind of make it pop in the water, and then maybe the clouds are good, maybe they're not. But that's my current planage. That's what I would like to go with currently. We'll finish the grass, whether it's blending just this part better, or maybe it's doing the whole grass a little bit more with different shades, right? Who knows? But that, and maybe the brown as well. I've been thinking about it. Maybe I can put like a lip on there and some rocks. Swirling ideas. So this is what we have to look forward to. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, guys. Da, 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 da. And I'll give you a little acoustic guitar. I really gotta. Maybe I can't do that today actually because I think my dad's trying to go live here in like 15 minutes, and I need to help him set it up. But I haven't forgotten the guitar. I know I say things sometimes and don't follow through, and um, I'm working on it. That's one of the things I work on every day is my integrity. It's very important to me. So we will be doing guitar, but I will see you guys later on, most likely tomorrow morning. At the very least, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Love the tree especially, says Mrs. Hydrox. Well, thank you. I impressed myself. I definitely was intimidated by the tree concept. All right, y'all. Much love. This has been Captain Calhoun's Bob Ross Hour. Later.